This story is based on true events, the stolen years. Ilara had always craved the weight of motherhood in her arms, but her body betrayed her at every turn. Miscarriage after miscarriage left her hollow, a vessel cracked and empty. Her husband Marcus was patient at first, but the pity in his eyes turned to distance. So she faked it, patted her belly with cushions, feigned morning sickness, and orchestrated doctor's visits with forged notes. When the time came, she slipped away to give birth alone, or so she claimed. But the baby she brought home wasn't hers. It was Lila, the newborn daughter of Marcus's cousin Serena. Serena, exhausted from a difficult labor in a rural hospital, had dozed off in her room one night. Ilara, visiting under the guise of family support, had watched from the shadows. A quick smother of chloroform on a rag, stolen from the supply closet, and the infant was hers. She bundled the tiny, wailing thing into her car and drove into the night, her heart pounding not with guilt, but with triumphant possession. For 7 years, Ilara raised the girl as her own, naming her Amelia. Marcus adored her, oblivious to the subtle differences. The way Amelia's eyes mirrored Serena's deep hazel, not Ilara's pale blue. The family drifted apart. Ilara made excuses, moved towns, severed ties. "Life gets busy," she'd say with a smile that hid the razor edges of her secret. Amelia grew into a bright child with laughter that echoed like a ghost in Ilara's dreams, a reminder of the life she'd ripped away. The wedding was unavoidable, Marcus's sister tying the knot in the old family estate. Ilara dressed Amelia in a frilly pink gown, her small hand clutching hers tightly. Serena was there, older now, lines of grief etched into her face like scars. She hadn't seen Marcus in years, not since the abduction that shattered her world. The police had called it a cold case, a hospital vanishing act with no leads. Serena had spiraled into addiction, then recovery, her marriage crumbling under the weight of loss. As the ceremony unfolded, Serena's eyes locked on the little girl twirling in the aisle, scattering petals. That dimple on her left cheek, the way her hair curled at the ends, just like Lila's had in the few photos she clung to. A chill slithered down Serena's spine, coiling into certainty. Why had Ilara avoided her all these years? Why the sudden moves, the radio silence? During the reception, amidst the clinking glasses and forced laughter, Serena approached Amelia with a game, a pretend salon, braiding her hair. With trembling fingers, she pulled a few strands of hair when no one was looking, tucking it into her purse like a talisman. That night, in a motel room reeking of desperation, she mailed it to a private DNA lab, her own sample enclosed. The results came back a match. Serena's blood turned to ice as she read the report. 99.9% biological relation. She stormed to the police, thrusting the papers at them. "Test it yourselves," she demanded, her voice a raw wound. They did, raiding Ilara's home at dawn, swabbing the sleeping child's cheek while Ilara screamed denials that curdled into confessions. Amelia, now known as Lila, was returned to Serena, but the horror lingered. It took many months for Lila to accept Serena as her mother, and in the quiet of night, Serena would wake to her daughter's cries, echoes of trauma she couldn't erase. And Ilara, in her prison cell, she whispered to the walls, convinced the child was still hers, the bond unbreakable even in chains. But sometimes in the dark, she'd hear a baby's wail from nowhere, a phantom reminder that stolen lives leave ghosts that never forgive, and everyone eventually has to pay for their sins.